Hi everyone, Lovely Roots back here with another video. How are you guys doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. Um, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. I didn't get on here Thanksgiving because it was an unplanned event. We were supposed to get together, but the weather turned out to be so bad. It was like 90% chance of rain that day. So we did not plan it accordingly. But we did manage to go, I myself and my children, um, my grandchild managed to go over to my sister's apartment where she cooked, and we just had to bring sides. And we were planning on going. The rain started later. So when finally got ready to go over there from here, uh, the rain started and it started pouring down. And so from the time I got to the car, from the time we got from the car to her apartment, it was like we were soaking wet. Our feet, our clothes, just wet. And we sat there a while, debated on a movie, ate dinner, and then the rain let up and we went home. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the most pleasant Thanksgiving that I've ever had. So next year, if weather permits, because it just pretty much ruined everybody's um get together. I mean, families had to show up late because the rain was, it was like um flood warnings and stuff like that. So we did not just wasn't prepared for that, because Thanksgiving is a beautiful, sunny, cool day where you get out in the front yard and you let the kids play, and we you know maybe that's Christmas. And the adults play football or tag or whatever, and everybody just hanging out and having fun. Um, the weather was bad. We couldn't hang out. I heard that a lot of people was um had their picks going, but in the midst of that, it was raining. So all in all, I know I gained about 5 pounds at least from eating, because I made. Well, I didn't make it, but I had apple pie here. Had a slice of apple pie. It was so good because I had been craving one. And then let's see, turkey, ham. I made some twice baked potato casserole. Yeah, I made that. And we had a lot of food. So we ate, took plates home, of course. Um, just had a good time. Had a good time. I don't know if I've told most of you that I started working, uh, and I'm trying to see how this is going to play out for me. This time going into work, I have no expectations for anything. I'm not going to view it as bad, or I'm not going to view it as good. I'm going to stay neutral so that I won't get my feelings or emotions mixed into my work, because my work is my work, and I'm not going to let people get in my head. No comments, no snickers, no whatever. You know how women are on jobs, and sometimes men, and people just look like they get up out the bed to ruin your day. And I'm taking a different approach to the work environment, to say that I go there to work. I've always been that person. You go there to work. That's what you're getting paid for, to work. So everything else is secondary. And to me, the job that I have to be very, very, very focused, very focused. And so I like the fact that right now it's a challenge, and I know it's something that I'm supposed to be doing or passing through doing, or whatever, however you want to take it. I can use the money. It's not very much money. In fact, I wanted to do something that I didn't focus on the money as much as me loving the job. And I want to love the job. Getting back out there to work, and after being off 7 months, 8 months, it's hard. It's like you have to rewind you have to wind your brain back up to thinking really, really fast and thinking on your feet and focusing and learning and stuff like that. So, and all I want to do is sleep. I'm off tomorrow, and guess what? I'm going to be in the bed, maybe in my PJs. Actually, I have to do errands because when you working, I see now when you working and you worked all day, and you did this thing all day, and then all you want to do when you get in your car is go straight home, get dinner ready, take your bath or shower, and get into bed. That's all I've been craving to do, and I hadn't seen an off day in. Whew, since Thanksgiving. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been, had a break, none last week. So I am going to enjoy tomorrow and then off this weekend. So I am going to enjoy that. I am presently working, like I said, but I am also still um keeping myself open, available for something that pays more that I love, just when you think, you know, you got to be, okay, I'm going to say this. You have to be grateful for what you have. You have to be grateful and thankful for what you have. I'm about to sneeze. I'm trying to hold it in real bad. Um, about whatever you, excuse me, whatever you have or whatever God bless you with, be grateful because guess what? Be grateful for the little things so the big things can come in. I'm telling you, I'm so grateful for this job. I like the people that I'm working with. Um, I aspire to be a diva, so I want to get on that level, and I like it. It's a lot of work. What I don't like, I've never liked, was a lot of tedious things. But nowadays, when you work, it's like you don't do just one thing. You're gonna do like 500 things, and you just better ball it up into one and love it. But if passionate. I remember when I was younger, and everything, I didn't even think twice about it because my brain was so sharp. It was like, feed me more. And I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to not stay at a level to get bored, not get the chance to be bored and don't have anything to do with myself. I have to constantly work, which the tedious stuff that comes in, the tedious stuff that you have to do, it occupies the time in which you are on the job. So you are doing these little tiny things, but like I said, I'm not one to do 500 different things. I do like to do one or two things and be good at it and help people to move up and everything. But sometimes it takes to me, it takes learning more things so that you can grow. And if a company lets you grow and lets you become something other than just being what you are when you started, it's like, there's nothing. I don't care if you dig ditches. If it's room for growth, if you're doing something you love to do, hey, it's gonna be easy money. The money ain't gonna even you're not even consider that. But yeah, yeah. So I am learning, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. Some days are bigger than others. Let me say this, and I have to get back into the tune of things. I hadn't moved. I wasn't active for 8 months, and I'm just sitting and not and laying around and doing things around the house and barely going anywhere for 8 whole months. And I don't know how to act. I was like, when I got that call, and I was happy about that call, and for the interview, and happy about the call. Hey, Kim, when you can start. I was happy about that because my intent was I needed something. The holidays was coming up, plus, I need the money. I need to pay rent. I wanted to stay in my own place. Otherwise, I would have moved with my daughter, which I still might have to do that. It's okay because I like her. She gonna kill me when she see this. I like her. I wanted to kind of like, and I don't want to, you know, invade her, living. it's nothing like having your own place, God. I promise. I promise. I prayed about me not having to do that, but I needed a roof over my head for myself because I just need my peace. I just need my, you know, the quietness, serenity of living, in my own place. So, I pray for a job. I say, God, you're my source, and I depend solely on you. So when my money run out, when I go flatline with my money, I have no elsewhere to turn but to you, flat on my face, you. And I had a couple of sleepless nights. Being honest, I was like, I knew God was gonna come through. I knew He was. Praise God. I knew He was, but I didn't know when. And it was like, I'm not gonna put God, and I was mentioning this in other videos. I'm not gonna put God on a timeline because His time is not our time. So when He say He's ready for this, then it's gonna be time. But when I say, hey, I need this and I need it now, what am I gonna do? And I'm gonna go jump in, and what am I gonna do? Jump in Lake Michigan because it didn't happen, or what? What am I gonna do? So I in turn learn to accept the things the way it is, and just go with the flow. And so oh man, I waited, and they called me, and I think it was a ton of people calling me. Like I said, it was like, I don't know these empty companies that don't show their faces, and they offering you these things, and they're getting your information, and then you got all you click on one website, and you're gonna have all these little tiny people that's trying to find you a job, and that you don't know these people, these companies, you don't know these companies. So I'm trying to get rid of all of that out of my emails, and I don't know who's legit and who's not. So I'm hoping that somebody well known will call me and say, hey, you know what? We got this job offer. We pay this much. You off on the weekends. You work this. I'll take it. In the meanwhile, I'm grateful for what I have. It's just like I'm thinking like it's a part-time job, right? It gives me some time to be at home and be creative and do what I have to do, on top of make a little change, right? And still have my free evenings, and some weekends. I Every once in a while I have to work a weekend, but it's okay because I don't do anything on Saturdays anyway. So uh, that will work. Um, but and the money is not that beautiful, but it's money, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be grateful, be happy, be content with what you have, and then you can get blessed with more. That's how I'm going with that. I don't be wrong about God. God is he's good. He's good like that. He's good like that. So I know He answers prayers. I know He hears me when I cry out to Him. I know that I stay prayed up. I stay constantly praising Him. I have to. It's this song, and I don't do nothing but sing it. It just goes on and on and on in my head when I'm sleeping, when I'm waking up. I can't get it out of my head, so I set my alarm clock to when I wake up. It comes on, and all through the day I find myself singing it. I crave it at night. I have to hear it with my praise and worship, and even if I don't get it on my praise and worship, I have to I have to hear it because I gotta get it out of my I don't have to get it out of my head, but it's constantly in my head. And that song is Never Lost by Taryn Wells. I think that's what's his name. And the Elevation Church. So I love that choir, Elevation Church. Oh man, I love that group of young talented artists. Oh my God. And if you ever get the chance to hear their live um music, it would take you away. But that particular song, Never Lost. God, you never lost a battle, and you never will. You can do all things. You can do all things but fail. because you never lost the battle. Woo! You never lost the battle. And every that keep I just keep I don't know. I just keep hearing that and I keep singing it and I find myself singing it and it's before bed and it's before morning, it's in the middle of the night and it's during the day and you never lost the battle, you never lost the battle. And I don't know, and it's just a constant reminder of, everything that I've ever prayed for, everything that ever came my way in my life, even the protection, even the love for my family, even the love and protection for my children, everything, the roof over my head, the car, everything. If I lost everything today, I won that. I won because God fights all my battles. Because anything that is taken away, I'm getting back 10 times fold. I know because God says, I love you. He said, I love you. And that's all I have to go by. If you don't hear from God, my daughter, my wise little daughter said this the other day because I confused myself. I'm a Libra. I'm just so undecisive. And I told her that I'm confusing myself. I said, I'm confused because I hear God say to do this and this. I'm wondering if I'm obedient towards him. I want to say I'm doing everything that I can, that I supposed to be doing, the good things I'm supposed to do. And you don't have to do anything good. You don't have to go out your way because you can't get brownie points. God knows your heart, right? So I'm not trying to score with him. I'm just trying to be obedient. And I want to not ignore what I'm hearing or feeling. And if I feel like it's God, that's speaking to me. And she asked me, she said, because I'm confused, like, when I start something, I always like this new job, and I said, nah. I was just trying to find excuses why not to like it, And I'm not gonna be able to do this. And it was some things, and they were showing me, and I was like, I don't want to do this. It's too tedious. And I'm like giving up. And then when I get in my car to go home, I'm like, no, I have to come back because I'm not gonna let this defeat me. I'm gonna win at this. I'm going to see something through, right? And so I get back and forth, like, even in the midst of having this job and got this job, I'm still putting resumes out there. My resumes are still out there. I'm still getting emails and I'm answering it. I'm look at you. I always have to strive for more. You have to say, okay, God, I know who you say I am. So if I am who you say I am, I know I can have everything that I want. And so she said that. She said, well, she asked me a simple question. She said, well, how do you hear God? How do you hear from God? You know, how do you, how do you get him? How do you get him? I mean, not saying that he's gonna come down and talk to you. God's voice is not audible. You can't hear his voice. It would just bust your ears. Angels, it would just bust your ears, right? So God is not going to talk to you. God is going to speak to you through music, through um TV, through books, through signs and wonders and things like that. And so I'm saying to myself, I'm saying, hmm, that is so true. I imagine if he wanted to, like he spoke through the burning bush for Moses, and the rocks cried out, and he has a way of getting it to you. He has a way of you carrying on a mission that he has for you, and you would know one way or the other. You would know. And so I'm like, yeah, yeah, I feel that. I feel that in my praise and worship, in my everyday life. I'm like constantly, you know, how God speak to people in dreams and all kinds of ways. And I'm like, I've been having some dreams that are really, they're they could be pinpointed and explained to my I could see them. Just put it that way. I can see them, but I can't explain them. It can't come out. I could tell you what was in this dream, what happened, but I can't put them into perspective per se. I can assume, oh, this why this happened until it passes. I can't say it. You know what I'm saying? So I've been having some I had a dream one time. It was so real. It was like the next day, all these little things that happened in my dream, it was like so many signs. It was like clearly what I had dreamed, and that kind of scared me. And so I had this other dream the other night. I told my daughter, I said it really kind of scared me because I, it was a dream before the dream. It was like me when I was falling asleep, right? This never fails when I'm on here with you all. Um, it I did not want to. It was like voices, and it was like images, and it was like sounds, and it was like it was like I don't know. It was like one of those nights that I was tired, too tired to. My body was so tired, but my brain was. I was trying to. I felt like I was letting the anxieties come back in my head, which I tried to quiet down through, my insomnia pills. But I got off of those. I hadn't been on those. I hadn't taken anything, and I take the sometimes I'll take the occasionally I'll take the melatonin gummies, and to just to stay asleep because I could fall asleep. I'm so tired, right? So last couple of days I hadn't even needed anything to go to sleep and stay asleep. But that particular night, which was a couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, it was like it was just everywhere, right? And it was this thing. I think it was a message trying to come through. And I told my daughter, I said, I don't want. It scared me. I didn't couldn't go back to sleep. I don't want to have those type of I always let me back up. I always ask God to have his way with me. I always have God to let me be a vessel, let me speak on your behalf, let me talk to me. I'll do whatever. I'm asking him for work. I'm asking him to use me, right? And so um that's why I say be careful because the universe hear you, right? So God is like always attentive to me and what I'm asking for. So um even when I thought it was all over, I spent my life savings. I needed this time off, right? And so I know God was going to come through no matter what, you know, even if it was, working at the local grocery store, he was going to find me something, it was going to be something. Um, he's just good like that, right? So I was talking about this dream, and I was like, I told my daughter, I said, I don't know if I don't know if I did the right thing because if God is trying to get stuff through me, to talk about or interpret this dream and to help people with, I have to be accepting of it, right? And it scares me so much. And I'll tell her, I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle that. I don't know if I'm strong enough for that because it's so I can't explain it. It's so it's big. It's like huge. Like I saw this and it was, you know, it was a reason to for it, and I can't it can't come out. It can't come out, and that's because I'm so afraid of it. And I just, to me, I have to be specific with God because I need to actually know. It's so complicated. Know what he's trying to tell me through that dream, and I don't want to be trying to interpret something on my own. You know what I mean? So, been dreaming a lot and trying to understand my dreams. I dreamt about my mom the other day and how I was crying about everything that was going on, and I was trying to look in my closet for clothes, and everything was thin and everything was older and everything was like I can't wear this and what am I gonna do? I had all these clothes. What am I gonna wear? And I know what that was about because I started a new job, and I don't feel comfortable in my clothes anymore. Um, I'll explain that. But I was remember being on my knees, falling on my face on the floor, and my mom came in there and she sat down. She hugged me and she started rocking me. She said, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And I said, "No, it's not. It's not." And she said, "Yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." So, um, I realized, I realized that I'm where I'm going to work. It is, it's a different vibe. I want to say it's a different vibe, and I feel so. And I know God is good. God tells, oh, He will bring a thing back around in your face, not to be petty or anything, but God is like, He's going to show you. He's going to show you what He's been trying to tell you all along, that you don't need these things, right? And so we get attached to our things, addictive, spending, overspending. I mean, I have clothes galore. I have clothes on the way here. I have so many clothes that now in the morning when I get to put the clothes, go to reach for the clothes, pull out my clothes, I'm gonna wear this, and now I look at it in the morning, it has wrinkles, and so I have to steam it, which I don't have time in the morning to do it. Then once I steam it and put it on, I don't feel right or comfortable in it. I feel in this probably a mindset or state or something, whatever. I feel like I've outgrown those clothes, or they drab, or they, it's just not co- equipped for the environment that I'm in now. You know, I worked in the office 24 years, so I can pretty much wear casual and dressy at the same time, and colorful things. And I like bright, colorful things. Sometimes I tone it down, sometimes I'm loud or whatever. But, you know, but the atmosphere that I'm in now is more elegant, um, dressy, drab, blackish, darkish colors, and it's a quiet tone environment, right? So I'm and then when you start a new job, you feel like you need new clothes. And I don't really need new clothes. I do need new shoes though. My shoes are old. Everything I have feel like it's old. My old boots don't even fit right, and they're old. And it's time to get some a new wardrobe, but in moderation. Like in moderation, like something comfortable and work, that you can work in and feel comfortable in and look good in. So I'm looking forward to when I'm allowed, when God allows me to, because if it's in His will, I would get some more, not more clothes. I would get to coordinate my closet to where, which I thought I did, to where I can match my clothes up. Because when I used to work, I know I'm rambling on by my clothes. When I used to work, I had taking an outfit. I take outfits out for the whole week, for the whole 5 days or 3 days or whatever day, many days I go, and have these outfits lined up. I mean, like tons of them before the week was out. I had stuff for the next week matched up and what I was gonna wear. I think I had more space than I do now. I'm not. I'm trying to see. So I could just get up, take my shower, clean myself up, and do my hair and makeup, and throw my clothes on, and I'm out the door, right? So now it's not that easy because I fluctuate again and fluctuating again in my weight. Um, Actually, it's like my clothes, the way I imagine them to fit, kind of loose and pretty and casual. I get up in the morning when I put them on, it's like, nah, I don't want to wear this. Not this day, or it's not cold enough, or it's too hot for this, or it's too cold for this. And the jackets, I got tons of coats, tons of jackets, and then if I pull out a jacket or sweater, it doesn't vibe with the occasion, the atmosphere. And so I'm like, where did these clothes come from? Why did I buy these clothes in a different light, a different outlook or something? So because now over here it's like they don't mean a I mean they don't have the same meaning when I wear them to this place. So I can still wear them. I think they're more like for an office setting city situation, which I still am in, but it's different. And I can't tell you guys where I work, but it's so different than what it used to be, which I have to keep in mind. You know, I have a lot of play clothes. I have a lot of I I think the last past times that I did buy clothes were for going out dating or hanging out with, you know, my significant other. If he ever come, if he ever decide to show up, right? And I have clothes for that, those occasions, you know. Even if I put on my jeans, it's like, where am I gonna wear these to? I had bought some jeans, you know, with the little knees cut off and high waisted, and it's so cute. And I can't wear those to work. I got to wear those out, and I don't even go out. So I have to be mindful of um what I buy next time. So when I do buy something, so I'm kind of like, oh, I'm kind of like slowing down on my spending. I'm like really, really, I get it now. I get it now. God has a very good sense of humor because He'll put you in the very place that could make you break. He'll put you in that very place where all your addictions are in your face. Like, I need this for this, or I need this, or I can't. No, no, you know, spend your whole check before you get it home and all that kind of stuff. So he'll put me right there. It's just a test so that I can mature. So I'm gonna have to live this way, like, you know, compulsive spending, buying things that I don't need, and helping myself before I help others. He said, "No, don't do that, don't do that." So I can't do that anymore. So now, when I reach in my wallet or when I have an idea or thing, I'm considering the next person before myself. Now I know there is a lot of things that I want. I mean, I don't know why I was always obsessed with clothes and the comfort of the clothing. Like, I like PJs. I want a pair of PJs so bad. And I'm just talking in general. I want this specific pair of PJs so bad, right? Because I can see myself lounging around in them and, you know, hanging out in my living room with my PJs on, going in there, cook breakfast and stuff like. I know I don't need that, but that's something that I want. And before I spend a dime on those PJs, I have to consider the people around me. Who needs what? Somebody need anything? Do I need any to help anyone? What do I need to do? Do I need to what do I need to do? I can't selfishly put myself first anymore. I cannot do that anymore. And that's the lesson that I have learned. And that's why when I buy something, it's not as satisfactory as it used to be. When I used to buy things, and I know I'm rambling on, so y'all have patience. When I used to buy things, it was like I was stealing. It was like it felt like, I don't know if you ever stole anything. I'm not encouraging you to do that, but if you ever stole anything, and you know that feeling you get like, I feel like I shouldn't have stole this, but I stole. That's how I feel when I buy things. It feel like I just stole them, even though I just paid for them and spent this amount of money on it and put it in the bag. When they rung it up, put it in the bag, and I took it home. I felt like I stole it because I felt like oh wow, okay. I always felt that guilt of buying me something, or the regret later, like I shouldn't have bought this. Should I take this back? But I would have that feeling. Pay for it, with some hard earned money, and got it in there. And then I gather all these things, and then I look at them like, I didn't need that. I already had a pair of these. I didn't need, I felt guilt at the end of that high pleasure that you have, like finding something in the store, and you're like, I gotta have this. This is bad, And then when you look back at your stuff in your closet and stuff, and you be like, maybe maybe in those instances, maybe, and I'm just thinking, and I've been thinking this way, maybe that particular thing wasn't for me. Although I bought it, it wasn't for me. It was meant for me to give it or gift it to somebody. So I have to start being mindful. And or if I don't, I think that what's happening right now is I'm putting on these clothes that I thought I loved, and then when I put them on, it's like, what was I thinking when I bought that? You know what I'm saying? So I have to spruce up my wardrobe now, but I think that I can do that with what I have. I just have to go through it and start giving out or donating what I don't wear anymore, or I don't feel comfortable in wearing anymore. And my sister kind of healthy. Sister got butt, right? And I don't like to display my butt. I like to wear, stuff that does not highlight my butt. So, and my thick legs. So I'm like, I have to trade my wardrobe into something more sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? So, in order to do that, thank you, Jesus. In order to do that, I had a moment earlier. That's why I said, oh wow, I have to get back to that. But yeah, I do need more sophisticated clothing, but I'm going to sit down tomorrow since I'm off or in the weekend and organize myself to the point where I am cute, casual, but sophisticated but comfortable, because yeah, I don't have to prove myself to anybody anymore. It's not no competition. It's none of that. I realized that I am my own unique self. I'm my own unique person. And I don't dress like anybody else. I don't look like anybody else. I'm just one person, one individual that God made me. I have my own individual unique taste. I have my own style, and I realized that. And sometimes when I wore, um, I saw some when I went to the mall, and was looking at the clothing in there, and some of those styles I already have in my closet. I was already, you know, wilding out with the styles and everything, but it's like I think that's in my I think that's one of my talents. I just want in But if I look at myself and I, look at my lately, I don't know, because I've been out of action. Look at myself and I'm like, no, you can do better than that. You could do better than that. And then when I'm wearing something that I know would make a statement and make um um get the world's attention, I know I did that right. I know I did it right. You know what I'm saying? So I am not a fashionista. I love fashion. I do love hair, makeup, clothing. I do love that. But it's not your style, who you are, what you wear. It's not for everybody. It's for you. It's for you. So if you rocking a t-shirt and a blazer, or you rocking some jeans and a nice little that's for you. You know what I'm saying? That's your style. People gonna look at you and say, "Oh, that's nice. I like that combo, and yeah, I like that. I like that." And they're gonna be inspired to find their own style. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. That's my niche. I think that's me making a statement to the world, because I was always taught, I was taught long time ago that you are your own individual self. You have to make yourself comfortable and presentable to the world, because you don't know what's out there, what's waiting for you, what opportunity is waiting for you. So put your best foot forward, and your best look and your best self is how you feel when you take a shower, put your clothes on, put your shoes on, your hat or your earrings or whatever you're going out in the world, that make you feel good, not comfortable, not awkward in your own skin. So my thing is to dress to impress for you, right? But I have to still go in that closet, yeah. uh I have put on a little weight, and Thanksgiving did not happen at all. And so I need to start. walking a little bit more. I'm very active right now. I'm walking, I'm getting up, I'm on my legs, I'm on my, it's like I'm on my game. I just move, move, move it because what I'm doing now, it should prepare me for the before I retire. I'm gonna go out with a big splash. I'm gonna have I have to I have to bust it. I got to get with the program right now in order to retire good. I want to be good. I don't have to worry about anything. I think everybody in my family is, except a couple of us, is comfortable. It's right where they are. That's where they're gonna be. And so they're not striving to do better. Right now I'm waiting on, I'm going to, in my mind, I'm going to get this house, right? And so I have to make provisions, you know, see it and work towards it. And because, you don't know, God might say, I got this house over here for you. I'm just waiting on you to mature. I'm waiting on you to do what I tell you to do. I'm waiting on you to go over here to the left to the corner store, buy a lottery ticket or go to the store because I'm gonna send your husband in there and let you meet him and all these other wonderful things that God has. And we're like, we're kidding ourselves to believe that it's gonna happen. It's gonna automatically happen. And, you know, I don't know because I'm a hard-headed child. I don't know what to do. And so I'll procrastinate. I would do that. And and miss my opportunity, and I don't want to, God, I don't want to miss my opportunity, right, that you have for me. So I'm alert. So I'm listening for God. I'm seeing what he's wanting me to do and where he wants me to go and what he wants me to say and how he wants me to act. And yeah, and that's what I'm gonna be obedient. If I could help it, I'm going to be. And he knows he knows what's best for me. So I don't have to worry about anything else. I be trying to dismiss the fact that, you know, my husband might be looking for me. I'm not I don't even have I hadn't even thought about it. I'm like really working and trying to get this job down packed, and I'm really like needing the income to come in, and I have no room for anything else. That's what I'm saying. I really don't have room for anything else. So I'm basically focusing, trying to focus on God, keep my eye on the prize, and which is Jesus, and try to, stay up, stay woke because it's still, life is still happening. We get into these jobs and we lose focus on our lives. I said I would never do that. I did that 24 years of working and lost sight of my happiness and my peace and my family and all this other stuff that comes with life. And I don't want to do that anymore. If it means half of a job and living in the means of that pay of that job, then that's what I want to do because I want some of my life back. I want to write a book. I want to go travel one day. I want to go, um, I want to build a house. I want to build a home, a family. I want to help people. I want to open up a boys and girls club to help teenagers. I want to donate fashion. I want to actually design my own fashion if I could. Fashions if I could. You know what I'm saying? Have a beauty boutique. It's so many other things that I want to do. And guess what? We can do it. We can do them. We just have to apply ourselves. We have to put ourselves out there. And here go me telling you, and I hadn't done it yet. But like I said, that's my goal. I always have to have a goal. I have to have something in front of me to keep going after because that's what makes me keep going. Otherwise, I would just crawl up and get under the covers and put my head under the covers and the pillows and stay there. And there was plenty of times that I wanted to do that, but God always come through. Trust me when I say this. God is gonna come through when you least expect it. That's my trash being picked up. When you least expect it. When you least expect it. So I'm saying that to say this. God is good. He is good. He will never let you down. He never let me down. So here comes that song again. Never lost, never lost. Um, yes, you guys have a chance, go and listen to that song. I'm telling you, you're gonna be so struck, so struck. So every morning I tell Alexa, play Never Lost, and she just turn it on. Turn it up, turn it on. And that's my go-to song. That's my go-to praise and worship. I can't do without it. I don't know if I want to. And yeah. And it's a couple of more songs that's been getting me by these days. The days have been really uh better. Um, the nights have been really better. uh, the worrying is less. I mean, if I had to worry, and I don't like to call it worrying because I do trust God, it's just that it's so much going on around you that sometimes you feel defeated. Sometimes you feel like you're a failure. Sometimes you feel like, why do I exist? And I found myself thinking a couple of weeks, not a couple of weeks, last month, I think I was finding myself feeling like I wanted to die. Like I want to, I don't, if it's okay if I die, because I wouldn't have these bills and I wouldn't have these issues and these problems. Maybe I need to be dead. Maybe that's better. That's where I'm gonna find my peace and happiness at. And God said no. It's like, what are you talking about? When it's time for you, when you've learned all your lessons, when you've accomplished what I created you to accomplish, then maybe, yeah, you'll get that side of it. You get that peace then. But right now I'm trying to give you peace on earth. I'm trying to give you the life that you were meant to be, the level you were meant to be at. So bear with me. And that's how I look at it. Like, you know, that don't necessarily take away your pain or your what you're going through. Maybe it's a recycle thing. Maybe it's like, okay, let's stop this record. Let's start over from the beginning. Like, you have to come back and die and come back as a uh uh somebody else. It's somebody's a little, I'm just gonna say Asian, or a little, white kid in or another nationality person, and you have to learn the same lessons that you're trying to learn now. And that would be, but we would know it, right? So that would be so, uh, I don't know what the word is for that, but let's learn our lessons now and get them right, so we won't have to keep repeating the cycle of the old boyfriends, the old losing, the old sense of losing everything, the old sense of, dead end jobs, dead end boyfriends, relationships, um, sick, toxic people in your life, and all this other stuff that we may be experiencing. uh, it's because we probably need to learn a lesson from it. We refuse to learn that lesson. We want to shut both of our eyes and pray and hope this passes. And when it does pass us, we hadn't learned the lesson, so we're gonna fall right back into that trap. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. I met this guy um, at the grocery store a couple of weeks ago, and he said, he stopped. He was talking to some guys, right? We was walking in the store, and we were over by the meat department, and he was talking to this guy, and then he turned around, he saw me. I kind of, you notice people talking, you kind of like, I was way over here, right? And I was talking to my sister, and he came way over there. My daughter left, and he came way over there and said, "Hey, um, hi, I'm such such," and he said, do you know you're the most beautiful woman that I have ever laid eyes on? I'm like, is this a line, or is this the new line going? I say, no, nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me that. He say, you lying? I say, yeah, I'm lying. But he did, he got excited about it. I say, thank you very much. He said, you are. He said, can I have your number, please? Can I have your number? I just want to just say hi to you. And that's the second guy that approached me, and I am not approachable, but I'm trying to break that thing about me looking like I'm not interested in anybody. Don't come up to me because I'm not interested. And I'm trying to break that little thing like people think I'm mean, like they won't come and approach me. So I said, yeah, because I'm this type of person. I don't like to crush people's feelings. Everybody is, you know, everybody deserve a chance at happiness. Everybody deserve a chance to feel like, you know, that they can have a queen, or they can have somebody so beautiful, or they can have a person they've never, imagine having before. And when I think of that way, I'm like, you know, everybody deserve that. I would hate to think that I'm giggling and I see this man, this beautiful man. I've dreamt about this man all my life, and I walk up to him and start a conversation with him. And he like, and walk off. I would hate that to happen to me. I would hate that to happen to me. Not saying that it would, but I have to imagine, ever acting that way toward a person that simply wants to say hi, or get to know you, even though you can say, I'm not, I don't lie, so I won't tell you if I have somebody, um, or not. I'm not that type of person, but I will, you know, get their number, but I won't. I'm not gonna engage in, especially if I don't feel interested. So I do not. I won't reject the initial, hi, can I have your phone number, or can you take my phone number? I won't reject that, but I won't entertain the phone call because I don't want to date somebody I don't want to date. And I'm always meaning, and I need to get this out of my mind state too. I'm always I don't know why I attract men that they're not they're not the they might have a good heart. That's why I always say, I always try to, look within a person or feel the vibe. And I don't want. I mean, I'm. I mean, I guess you could. I wouldn't say ugly men. I don't downright attract ugly men. I just don't. The guy I'm picturing being with, or I seen in my dreams, or I've seen before. Um, I I I need to distract that. I need to extract that from my mind, because any other dude that's not even halfway, you know, like him, I'm going to be like, no, you know what I'm saying? And I could be passing up a good man. I don't know, but I just wasn't feeling anything there. It just wasn't there. That wasn't it. And I pray that the man that is supposed to be with me, or supposed to find me, you know, and I'm gonna know it. I don't know if that even exists. I know used to exist in the movies and the love stories that I used to watch. The man that I meet, we're gonna just have sparks together. It's gonna be, I know this is, she's the one, or I'm the one. That's what he's gonna say. She's the one, So, and I'm gonna know it. I'm gonna feel it, So that's what I hope and pray for. God, do you hear me? That's what I hope and pray for. But so far, I'm not getting it. I don't know. I'm not in the right location. I'm not. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I have, it's kind of, it's a vibe up. It must be a vibe I'm giving. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to get it right. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna push myself. I'm not gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna, stop it, from happening. I don't want to block. But it goes back to my lessons. If you don't learn the lessons from your past, then you're gonna keep repeating the same cycle. So this guy looked just like the last guy I met. that I didn't that didn't work out. And he looked like him, he talked like him, he's tall like him. It's like I didn't even get into his history because I don't the last guy, I don't want him back. I would never talk to him again. And it's just no, no. And you don't want to keep attracting those type of men, right? So I have to ask myself, I have to wonder why. Maybe in my mind, I don't know what I want. Maybe in my mind, it's all double minded or twisted or not twisted, but you know, all jammed up to where I'm thinking of this guy, right? And then this guy over here. And I'm like, you know, somewhere in the middle, I could, it can meet up, like my dream guy and then my not so dream guy, but he's not a bad guy, but he has the combination of everything that I want, everything that I need, everything that I desire, the protection, the honor, the strength, the know, the wisdom, the well-being, the establishment, the security, all of that, and the beauty. You know what I'm saying? His heart have to be beautiful. His heart has to be, his heart and soul has to be so beautiful, like you're gonna know it. And it ain't gonna be no tricks. It ain't gonna be no trick of the trades. It ain't gonna be no brokenness. It ain't gonna be no blindsiding. It ain't gonna be no hurt, no pain, no deceit, no cheat, nothing. It ain't gonna be none of that. It's not gonna be none of that. I might even have to ask occasionally, like, what you got going on over there? Because I'm not gonna know, because it's gonna be so apparent that this man is for me and not against me. He was sent by God. He was told by God he was supposed to be in my life. Supposed to have probably had been in my life a long time ago, but we were just getting ready for each other. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. But I can meet a guy, and God knows, he knows what he's doing. So any guy that I meet, it's going to be some people that you're not supposed to be involved with. And so don't get involved with them. You'll know because you won't feel anything for those people. And it's not like you holding some baggage or anything. You just know that you know that you know. You know what I'm saying? You just know. Like it's for you. Like when you buy your first house, you know that house is for you because you feel the vibe. You feel, you see yourself in it and you feel it. And then once you're done with that, because people seem to think that when you do something, you're stuck with it, and you're not stuck with it. It may be a starter house. It may be a starter relationship. It may be you meet this person in order to meet this other person. This person might need to mature you to get you to this person. So we have our minds set on love and what we think love should be, but it's not that way. And then that's why we tend to get our hearts broken. And we wonder why. Because we need to learn our lessons. We need to mature and from that lesson, or that person that hurt us or tried to kill us or tried to destroy us, or beat us down or destroy our image or our souls and our spirits. And we need to say, okay, that was a hard one. That was, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. So I know not what to accept this time. So it gets better each time when I'm not in the business of dating, right? So I don't know. I don't know, but I try to be honest, tried, and true. And I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a boyfriend. I mean, I'm not gonna use that as I'm not gonna lie and say, okay, I got a man when I don't, because I don't want you. I'm gonna say, this is not working out. That I didn't want. I mean, I'm not interested. I'm gonna read. I wrote this guy. I'm gonna tell you guys what I said to him, and I thought it was sweet. I thought it was really sweet that I put put it in a very good um wording and everything. I don't think he's on here. But anyway, I did say it was very, very nice. That I was not interested in, well, it was nice meeting him, and that I think that he is a very um nice person. But as for me, right now I am trying to find out who I am and to get to know me and have my very own relationship with my Lord and Savior. And so I am not interested in dating or letting anyone in right now, because it would not do me any good um to try to even start anything with anybody when I'm not ready for that, and I'm not feeling that relationship right. So I kind of explained that, not feeling, any vibes, or don't even have time right now. Because first thing first, let me get on my feet and let me get myself together. Let me find out who I am. Let me accomplish the things that I had not accomplished yet in my life. At 58, it's still some things that I still need to do. And if you're going to help me get there, and God sent you and you're going to help me get there without any bumps in the road, then that's fine. But until then, if you out to grab, if you out to grab, and then you want to, be in my life, you have to come with the exact same goal, because we gotta shoot it up, baby. We gotta go. So I can't. I'm not. I refuse to. I refuse to let somebody in that I have to. I'm. I do not want to carry anyone. And I know that sounds selfish, and I'm a woman of God. And, sometimes you got to help people. And I've helped people before, and I've helped men, and some men don't ever mature. I've had friends that was broken and didn't want to get fixed. They didn't want what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want what your significant other want, it's not gonna work. It's just you don't want the same things. You're not after the same goals. You're not striving for the same peace that I am. So no, and but I have to admit this. I'm not gonna well, dismiss a person because of the way they look. And you can't do that, because their heart might be of gold and you might need that. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, it's an hour. I have to go. I have to go. I have to get ready for bed. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to relax, and I'm going to, oh, we have like a contaminated water, so they don't want us drinking any water, brushing our teeth in it, taking a bath in it, whatever. We have to drink from the bottled water containers, and just be careful. And I've been in this all day. I wore this to work with a skirt and a blazer, and I want to get comfortable. Here it is, 8:27. I want to get comfortable. I should have got comfortable a long time ago, earlier, but I wanted to get on here and do this video, so I'm not going to keep you guys long. It's been an hour, and I can go on. I can talk, talk, talk. It feels like I'm looking at myself, but I'm talking to you, whoever's listening, whoever's looking at this. So I appreciate you staying this long, and I appreciate you listening to me. And now I got to just go get comfortable. I just feel like if I'm not gonna be able to take a bath tonight, wash, I gotta wash myself out so I can sleep comfortable. But I just want to get comfortable. And why do we have a water issue right now? Man, the city of Houston, I tell you. You gotta love them though. It's a beautiful city. You gotta love them, but times like this, you wish, that they had more control of what's going on in this city. Too big to be playing around with us. But anyway, um, let's go. It's miserable. I had to go find me some water, wash my face. Uh, this makeup off my face and get all comfortable and get ready for bed. But I will get back on here um, tomorrow, since I'm off, and we'll talk a little bit more. Okay, it's just been so fun talking to you guys, and I hope you had a great day, work day, play day, or whatever it was. Hope you had a very good evening or having a very good evening, and love on yourself, love on your family, reach out to your family, and most of all, God loves you. God loves you. So keep that in mind. Okay. And I love you too. And I will talk to you in the later video. Okay. Bye.